Hello YouTube, it's Deondray again, and I bet you're wondering why I'm wearing a pirate hat. Well, I missed the past 2 weeks, and as a result, I got a punishment, and it's to wear something embarrassing, and this is the most embarrassing thing I have um, to actually wear, so pirate hat, yay! Moving on to the actual business at hand. Our topic this week is to do the Nerimon survey, so here goes. The first question is, why are you called that? And it's actually really simple. My brother's name is Dion, and I'm Deondray. I know it's not necessarily original, but I actually really like my name. I've only met very few Deondrays, especially that has the same spelling. I've actually only met one other Deondray that spells it the exact same way, so that's really cool. The second question is describe your favorite teacher, or not describe your favorite teacher, but say who your favorite teacher was. And my favorite teacher was Miss Twyman. She was my kindergarten teacher, and she was just so warm and loving, and I don't know, when it's your first day of school and you're very traumatized, and there's that kid that's crying like nonstop. I was that kid. I was the kid that was crying nonstop, and she just took the whole day and was just like, "It's okay, you're gonna have so much fun, and you're gonna meet new people," and she was right. I loved kindergarten. It was probably my favorite grade. Anyway, moving on. What was the weirdest food you've ever eaten? I consider myself very adventurous, but sadly I haven't had the opportunity to eat anything that's really weird. I've eaten a lot of weird combination of food though. So recently I tried red beans and frozen yogurt, and it was pretty gross. Or not knocking anybody else who eats it, it was just not my thing. The next question is my favorite, or my first gig. Um, So my first gig was a B2K concert, and if you don't know who B2K is or was, good for you. It was this really cheesy R&B boy group that my sister was really into. It wasn't me. She was really into them, and I was kind of dragged there. But I actually had really good seats. We sat in the press box, and they served us like all these fancy meals and stuff. That was really cool, but the music was like, I could do without. So sadly, that was my first gig. And the last question is, what is your favorite place? My favorite place ever would have to be Indian Acres, which is a trailer resort in Virginia. And I know trailer resort doesn't sound all that glamorous, and it wasn't. It's a trailer resort. It's kind of like camping, but without being outside with the bugs, which I absolutely hate. So it was just enough camping for me to actually enjoy myself. And they had like this big recreational building that had arcade games. You could play tennis, pool, everything. It was just so much fun. And like whenever I think of my childhood or the good times of my childhood, I think of Indian Acres. And that's it. Hopefully you guys weren't totally bored or put off by my rambling or me blanking on the question.